Hey everybody, welcome back to No Jumper News. It's Adam22 here with your man AD. Let's get right into these stories. So months have passed and Tory Lanez has released a whole album and still nobody knows exactly what has happened between the two rappers on the night that left Meg wounded and Tory facing assault charges with a semi-automatic handgun. As promised, Tory jumped on Instagram Live to further explain his side of the story, suggesting to his fans that Meg is lying about what happened the night of the alleged shooting. He states that he still views her as a friend even to this day despite being the only person facing charges. He also addressed the critics claiming that he doesn't care about black women, stating that he has always had black women in the lead roles in his videos, emphasizing that he had never hurt a woman in the past. Maintaining his innocence throughout his 30-minute live stream, he never once admits to shooting Meg, but doesn't distinctly deny it either.
Crazy because the whole thing about it is like when this whole debacle or whatever you call it came about, the whole time it's like she knows what happened, I know what happened, and we know that what you're saying and what the alleged things and the alleged accusations of my name is are not true. It's falsified information, it's false information, and it's not accurate information. To me, as a person, she's still my friend. No matter what, even if she doesn't look at me like that, I look at her like she's still my friend.
Tory added that whenever he and Meg were together or around each other, they only had good times. Meg didn't specifically name Tory, but she did send out a tweet while he was on live, seemingly calling him crazy, writing this genuinely crazy. In more Meg and Tory news, Kelsey Nicole, Megan's ex-best friend, also spoke out about the incident, deading the rumor that she was making out with Tory the night of Meg's shooting. She joined the Shade Room comments to respond to a fan who speculated that she and Tory were kissing in the car. Is it true you was in the back seat letting Tory make out with you when Meg got mad and he defended her through a shot and you're not talking because he was trying to get in the money with Tory but keeping the life with Meg? Is it true or false? Kelsey replied saying, nah, it ain't MFing true. I feel like we've had this conversation a lot of times already where basically a little bit more information trickles out about the Meg and Tory thing, but we're still left totally clueless about exactly what happened. I watched Tory's live and I was definitely impressed at his ability to still further create doubt in my mind. The problem to me is that he's still not really presenting a counter narrative. When he says things like, oh, you know, how could you possibly lie to a doctor about a bullet wound? How would a doctor ever think that a glass in your foot was the same as a bullet wound? Which is a very good point, but it still leaves me sitting here thinking like, okay, well, she said she got shot in the foot. Why would she say she got shot in the foot? Where's the confusion coming from? He's being tried with it. He's going to court for shooting her in the foot. He's making a lot of good points about how this story doesn't really add up, but I'm still struggling to identify what the more compelling counter narrative would be.
Now, earlier, when we first started covering this, I said, before we figure out whatever the hell is going on, I've said, I don't think that it went like this, and there was probably more to the story. Not saying that either party is lying, but I'm seeing, when I read the comments every time, AD's a woman hater, he don't protect black women, he don't do this and do that. All I said is that it seems a little weird, and there's more to the story that we don't know yet. And look now, I look at the comments now, half the people are saying, I believe Tory, half the people are saying, I believe Meg, and people are really starting to like choose their sides when it comes down to this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, do not speculate until you have the facts. People, we don't know what the hell went on. The more information comes out now, it's just like shit. It's you either gonna believe him or you gonna believe her at this point, right? Unless they have some crazy evidence.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to trial. I figured that they're gonna probably do a great job figuring out a whole lot more details that haven't been out yet. But I'm telling you, when I watch Tory on live and he's sitting there, he doesn't seem like a person who's lying to me. He seems very confident in what he's saying. However, I still am left wondering what the fuck could have possibly really happened.
But when I said this before,
right?
What did you say? You don't believe this AD? That's because that's your friend. No,
well, that is your friend, and you are completely biased.
Let me get this right. I'm biased, but when it comes down to facts and things, that's like I told you before. If somebody tells me you do something, and I've been around you, right? And that doesn't strike me something Adam is going to do. And I don't see no evidence that's stating that Adam did this shit. I'm not gonna listen to what everybody else is speculating. You get what I'm saying? This is before Meg came out and said what she said. I'm gonna sit there and say, I don't think Adam's that type of person. Let me wait and see. Now, if you did that, that's wrong as fuck. You feel me? I can't support that shit. But Before everybody else is jumping down and trying to bash you down, as a homie, it'd be wrong for me to bash you down if I don't know the true facts. If you're telling me, nigga, they lying on me, I'm gonna believe my homie if he say they lying, right? The same way I'm gonna do the same shit for you. Now, people are choosing their sides now. At first it was one-sided, and now I'm seeing people like really in the comments like Tory is innocent, Meg is lying, and then some people are saying Meg's not lying, and it's just a back and forth thing. And until this shit has real facts and concrete evidence, we should just shut the fuck up and let this shit play out the way it is.
I know. I mean, I would like to say that I would be the first person to apologize for being presumptuous if a compelling counter narrative is presented. My thing so far is that for whatever reason, Tory has really hesitated to give us the full rendition of what happened that night to make sense of it for us. If anything, I think that
it's an open case.
But that is very true. But the reason why so many people are quick to flock to Meg's side of the story is because Meg has given us more information and a version of the story that seems to make sense. And then his version of the story has to now compete with her version of the story. And I mean, he is in a bad position because of the fact that everybody is inclined to give black women the benefit of the doubt at this point, and nobody can really think of a reason in their head why she would lie about this. So I do have to say that there's been times where I felt like I was too presumptuous.
And we're not calling her a liar as well.
Right.
We're just saying, until the facts come out and we have some real evidence and shit, then it's like, I mean, you're going to choose whose side you're going to choose at the end of the day.
You know what would be interesting?
What? Don't say you about to say
no, nothing gay. Me and you Pause. Me and you off the record conversation with Tory Lanez about what happened. Would you do that?
I don't think he would want to do that. He's still an open case.
Right, but imagine.
Because all you're going to do is get on camera and say,
no.
I had it.
No. If he trusted me that much with his version of the story, I would sit down and have that conversation with him. That's one thing that Tory said in the live, is that he said there's a lot of people that I was friends with who were so quick to turn their back on me and didn't hit him up and ask about it or whatever. Maybe we should have reached out to him at some point. I feel like probably almost nobody in the media has tried to hit him up and have an off-the-record conversation about what happened. Maybe we should have proposed this a few months ago, but I mean, hey.
I'm just saying. Don't be quick to judgment, man.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day. Next story. Following the release of Juice WRLD's highly successful album, Legends Never Die, Lil Bibby confirms that there's another posthumous album currently in the works. These days, Bibby is probably one of the primary sources for anything Juice WRLD related. He's constantly being hounded on social media by fans to drop more Juice WRLD's unreleased material. In a new video shared by The Hollywood Fix, Bibby reveals that new music from the late Juice WRLD is on the way. When asked what projects he's currently working on, he shares The Kid Laroi, Juice WRLD's next album. Then quickly says, I'm talking too much. Ending the conversation, but not before adding, Juice WRLD's next album crazy. According to TMZ, Juice had nearly 2,000 unreleased songs, Jesus Christ, in the cut when he passed. His family and team continue to work hard, making every effort to keep his legacy alive. Bibby also declared in recent tweets that he's coming out of retirement and moving back to Chicago. He said, I'm moving back to Chicago and I'm coming out of retirement in 30 days. In his replies, the usual Juice WRLD fans continue to beg for new posthumous releases, naming that the song they like to hear on the next album.
Final story, Waka Flocka is getting dragged by fans on social media after suggesting that Donald Trump is a better president than Barack Obama. A recent video of Barack Obama's speech condemning Trump at the Biden/Harris rally started circulating on social media. Under one post, somebody left a comment saying, anyone who thinks Trump is a better president than Obama is a clown, and Waka Flocka responded to a fan writing, guess I'm a clown then. Fans quickly began to drag Waka, calling him a Trump supporter. Amid all the backlash, Waka later doubled down on his stance, responding with a follow-up post writing, there are two types of people in this world. Those who resist change in favor of nostalgia, and those who move with the times and create a better future. Waka is the latest rapper to show support for Trump this month. Earlier this week, 50 Cent caused some noise on social media when he urged his Instagram followers to vote for Trump, claiming that he doesn't mind that Trump doesn't care about black people as long as his taxes stay the same. What in the fuck? Vote for Trump. I'm out. Fuck New York. The Knicks never win anyway. I don't care. Trump doesn't like black people. 62%. Are you out of your fucking mind? According to reports, both rappers opposed Joe Biden's tax proposal to increase taxes on families who make $400,000 a year or more. I respect that Waka has his own mind on all of this. I respect that he, feels free to have his own opinion. I guess the tax thing might be a deciding factor for a lot of people. I could say as a person who absolutely is going to face tax increases under Joe Biden, that I mean, for me, it would have felt like a really cynical thing to reach this point in my life and then decide that my attitude on politics is going to completely change because it might be more beneficial to my bank account to vote for one person. I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like a lot of this conversation, like this conversation happens every election cycle. I think Trump is being presented as someone who's sort of uniquely evil. That's certainly how I view him. It's understandable to me why 50 wouldn't want to, you know, presumably give up millions of dollars to taxes, considering how much he's already paying. But at the same time, I mean, I would love to see Waka present an argument in favor of Trump that goes beyond the tax thing. I don't even know if the tax thing is the deciding factor for him. It certainly seemed like it was for 50. I don't like the fact that black men are just expected to always vote for the Democratic candidate, even if he's maybe not appealing to their needs. But at the same time, I don't really see Waka putting forth a compelling narrative here.
Who gives a fuck what you think what black men should vote for? No, but like honestly though, Waka is somebody that's very smart and he's tapped in. So I'm not gonna be quick to say he's a Trump supporter or crazy. It's a method to his madness, and I know he would explain it. At this point, I should have worn my Kanye hat today, man. What happened to the Chang nigga, man?
When I was filling out my ballot and I saw Kanye on there as an option next to the other options, I was just like, wow, this is crazy.
But it said it was vice president though. That's what that tripped me out.
It was some trickery that they did to get him on the ballot. I don't know exactly what they did.
Even if he was vice president, still a W.
For some people, yeah, I guess.
Dwayne Johnson, run for president, please. As of what, 2024?
There will come a day in which, you know, probably 4 years from now, in which the Republicans put forth a candidate that I think will seem like a more compelling option for urban communities. I don't feel like Donald Trump is it. But I do think that like there is going to be a day coming forth in which conservatism is represented by a candidate who seems less abhorrent to the average person who's probably watching this. And that I am very interested to see. But for me right now, as far as being somebody who cares about the future of this country, I would say that Joe Biden seems like a pretty safe bet, no matter how many negative things you can think of to say about him.
I mean, hey, I listened to Obama. Obama said he's the guy for the job. Barack is still my president.
I don't know if you watched the debates last night, but Biden hit him with it. He said, oh yeah, I was vice president before. I'm about to be president. That's the first time I ever seen Biden say anything that was sort of like, yeah, Obama was cool, but me, I got the real shit. Hey, YouTubers, we appreciate y'all tuning in. Please do us a favor. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow AD on social media if you want to help a guy out. And then go watch the Amber Rose interview.
And watch my show, too, damn it.
Fire. Oh, his show,
yeah,
too.
Nigga.
Yeah.